Hey guys. So I went ahead and took some advice from you guys and got myself a headset. It's really actually it works on my videos when I do like voiceover videos for you guys. But I just want to make sure it's working here. So if you guys can give me a shout. It's the first time I'm using it with a live to air. But I saw it as well on another live to air on somebody else's channel. So I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me, if you can, before I go on. By the way, happy Friday. Hola. How you doing, Eva? Yes, Princess, you guys could hear me. Good stuff. All right. So happy Friday. I was supposed to do this live to air about Wednesday, I think it was. But I went out and oof, one thing led to the next. I went to a live concert here. I put the video up yesterday. I went to a live concert for Tyson. For those of you who are looking for anything to do on a Wednesday evening and you love live like Motown music and not just Motown but some really good hits, I think you would really love Tyson, and Tyson's vibe is awesome as well. His voice is wonderful. I mean, that's the first thing out the gate, right? You want to make sure if you go to a concert, the person's voice is awesome. But I just want to give you guys some updates. So, a lot of you guys have been asking me, do you need the V before you go back to America? And no, you don't. Not right now. But you do need to. They're talking about it. I saw it in a group today. They're talking about that you will need to get that V word, one day before you go home. Right now it's 3 days, I'm pretty sure, and they're going to be moving it up. So you do want to look into that when you guys are going back to America. Canada, right now it's the same thing. You just have to show a negative. And aside from that, uh, everything here seems pretty cool to me. I see a lot of people that are getting back to life, and everything seems awesome. One thing that is not so awesome, and I'm just going to keep it real. Hey, it's been 15. Oh, living life golden. Hi, be there in 15 days. Can't wait. Ooh, I know you can't wait. I couldn't imagine having to wait, you know. But since this is Q&A on, coming here, moving here, and, visiting here, renting here, buying here, and everything like that, I do want to say that uh, the rental prices are going up disturbingly high. And this is not to turn anybody away, but I specialize in the rental market, and it has been going up disturbingly high. Like places that were about 1800 2 years ago are now going for 3,000, that high. And it's I guess it's disturbing because the prices are almost the same as some of the prices in Canada just for normal rent. Now, when I say 3,500, 3,000, I mean you're going to get a beachfront property, but you're not going to get an entire villa on the beach. You can get a villa somewhere up in Casa Linda or somewhere of that nature, but you're not going to get villas for 1,200 bucks any longer. Casa Linda, I know for sure you're going to get something over 2,000 a month. And and but speaking of Casa Linda, I was going to do a series there because they have approved me of selling with them, which is really good. I'm excited about that. But at the same time, I haven't done the series yet because I do want to get more information. And what I would like to do, and I still have to answer someone as well that rents out up there. And I want to sit down with them and I want to look around and see what's available. I want to do a video from there so I can show you guys what the whole Casa Linda vibe looks like and everything. Because a lot of you guys, you want places like that. But then a lot of you guys also don't mind if you are in a gated community here. And I'm not in a gated community. And if you guys watch my video from, I think yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, Amor, hold on one second, guys. Con oliva? Okay. Sí, pero no, no azúcar, no doce. Sí, Olivia, en algo más, um, yo no sé cómo. Sí, pero no dulce. A veces restaurantes mixto algo dulce. A mí me gusta. Ok, gracias. I don't know how much I like this microphone, actually. Oh, by the way, guys, I dyed my hair the other day and it turned out a little darker. At first, I wasn't feeling it. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, the box color, because I dye my own hair. I'm like, the box color lied. And I was too upset. Oh, because I like consistency, with my hair color. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? It doesn't look bad. I mean, it. A friend of mine named Pete, shouts out Pete. He's like, no. He's like, it looks a little more natural. So there we go. I got used to it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, another thing, you guys know I have my own hair product here. I'm still in the midst of packaging it, boxing it up, and everything, getting labels for it. It's um, a little bit more of a process doing something here like that than it would be in Canada. Because in Canada, I know where to go buy bottles, I know where to buy labels, or I just print them up myself. But here I am now having a little bit of a longer time doing that. But I do know someone that is has their own hairline, and I have that hair product in my hair. Look how long my hair is getting. All the ladies, look. Ah, that's my hair product that made my hair grow. But this other product, I just got my hands on it yesterday and I love it. And also today, I put it in my hair to come out just to kind of test it. And if it works, then I'm going to have the woman sponsor my live to airs because she's a Dominican woman that lives in Los Charamicos and her packaging is on point. Alrighty, so now let's just get back to what I was saying. So, yeah, I forgot, but I'll remember. So, yeah, like some of the places that you rent. Oh, yes, Casa Linda. I want to get into Casa Linda, and I just want to like video from there and show you guys. I already did a video up in the restaurant there. I already showed you guys the grounds there, but I also want to show you like a rental home inside and talk about what you're going to get, whether you're going to buy or whether you're going to rent. But if you are looking for a place like me, again, yes, I remember now. I did a video yesterday. I put it up, and one of the guys in the video, his name is Chief. He lives in. He lives. I don't want to talk his business, but anyway, he lives in a Dominican neighborhood. Okay, I'm not going to say where, but he lives in a Dominican neighborhood, and it has like a front lock gate. Okay, and all the windows are barred. So he doesn't live in a residential community. And then I myself, I live in something very similar like that as well. And then there's another person in the video, and his name is Ken. And you guys know Ken from my buddy from before. He lives in near Puerto Plata, and he lives in like a hotel type of setup, right? But he's not fussy about residential areas either. And then there was Russell from Taylor Made Dreams. He was also in the video, and he lives in a gated community in Puerto Plata, right? Beautiful home. I've been there before. And then there's another person in that video from yesterday. The video's called "And This Happened in Sosua" or something like that. And Russ is on the front of it. Taylor Made Dreams is on front of the thumbnail itself. And so the other guy, Herbie from Mile High, he also lives in Sosua, but he lives in like a gate. There's a gate in front of his place. Tyson as well, the singer. gate in front of his place, but in a neighborhood where there's expats and locals. So it's not necessarily a gated community. A lot of you guys like the gated communities, and those are really going up in prices right now. And, in gated communities, you really do get a lot of pluses on it. So, let me say hi here. Who's that? It's really sunny today, eh, guys? Hold on. Going to be meeting a friend here as well. She's coming. She's a Canadian woman, and she's going to be selling her condo for 65,000 all the way up here in a very nice expat area. And she's fixing it all up. It's going to come with the appliances. It's a two bedroom, and it's cute. I have to go in and do the videos soon. It's going to also come with the TVs. You're not going to find many more places like that soon. Not at all. Like I'm telling you guys, it's getting so expensive. Maynor, hey, happy Friday. How you doing? So yeah, guys, I just want to say like there's so much going on right now that you might just be surprised when you get back down here. You might just be like, oh my gosh, um, things are changing, and they are. But that's not to discourage you, because if you have a good budget and you're not looking for $200 or $300 rent a month, then nothing's going to change too much for you. You can still get a place at like anywhere from, you know, my gosh, like 5 to 700, 800 for a one bedroom. When I first got here, I could get you a one bedroom for 350 bucks. Then a year later, it was 450 bucks. A year later, it was around 450 still, you know, but within the last, like, since the world changed, within the last year or whatever, apartments have gone through the roof. And I have a two bedroom for 450, but there's some issues there and there's no air conditioning. They're fixing it up. And then I have a one bedroom for 450. That's available for a month coming up, but I rented that out long term from January until I don't know when. It decides on when the guy is leaving. So he's got his handle on that. And aside from that, my gosh, the one bedrooms are going at a very, very expensive price. Very expensive. A woman was here the other day and she said to me, Cerise, like she messaged me a couple of months ago and she was like, when I get to Sosua, I'll contact you and we can sit down and you can show me around and you can show me what it is that you have available. And I said to her, because what happened was she didn't know her dates, and she kept saying to me that when she gets here, she doesn't know when she's coming. And then she said, just send me whatever you have. But I can't do that. Like, I can only send her a playlist because I have so many apartments and so many houses that I rent out for people. And, so I have a playlist on YouTube and also on Facebook. So I said to her, well, I can send you a playlist, but it doesn't. Hey, sweetheart, I was just talking about you. Don't you look fancy? You look cute. I am live, but I can still give you a hug. Hey, as a Canadian, crazy Canuck. I love it. I'm going to be probably about another 15 minutes. This is your first time here?
Years ago, I think I was here for food.
You like it? It's beautiful. Beautiful view, right?
Yeah.
You guys, I'm going to show you the view. You're going to get in the camera for a second.
I have no makeup on and
You have no makeup on. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. So my friend here, Bridget, you've been here for what? Like going back and forth for 25 years?
it'll be 22.
22 years. What's that?
What?
Oh, 22 years. Okay. So you've been coming ever since you were like 10?
24.
24. All right. Wow. So she's been coming here for a while. And she's what we call here seasoned. You know, really, she knows. You can know this place like inside and out. She had a birthday last week. I wasn't able to go to it because I was just home, relaxing, getting a lot of work done. But she had her party up in Bay Vista. Some of you guys may remember when I lived in Bay Vista when I first got here. Comical. She she got you got music people from here, dancers and everything. It's up in the countryside, kind of. Beautiful. And you know, you don't usually hear of people who are foreigners go and chill with the locals. Gracias, amor. Go and chill with the locals, but she had her party and everything. Gracias. She had her party and everything with the locals. And oh, menu is aquí. And she was partying with the locals and everything. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to do. You know, when you come here, don't be afraid to move into the Dominican neighborhoods at all. Come and try out the Dominican neighborhoods because that's where you're going to get very inexpensive rent. You're going to feel like, you know, safe, number one. I moved there a month after being here. I moved to the countryside. When I say countryside, let me see if I can turn the camera around again just to show you guys. Let me zoom. Pretty much right there. Not bad, right? Just across, whoops, just across the water. Sorry, guys. Just across the water. And there we go. And I think you guys would really enjoy it. What are you going to get?
Probably a Cuba.
A what?
Just a Cuba.
Ah, okay.
So hot.
So, yeah. Right. Oh, by the way, I'm at Pirates Bay today. Restaurant here in Sosua. Beautiful Italian restaurant. It's a great location. They have karaoke on Saturdays as well. Sorry for eating in your ear. I'm just chewing down on these olives. I love olives. Okay, so for cheap rent, you don't need to worry. Yes, the prices are going up. Prices are going up on a lot of things here now, not just the rent, but the food and everything. And I would suggest that you should look outside of the immediate area here. When you guys contact me and you're like, "Hi, Cerise, you know, I'm looking for an apartment, one bedroom, 300, close to the beach." That doesn't happen any longer. Before that would happen, up by you where your place is for sale, you can get a nice before a nice studio apartment for like 300, 350. It's 500 now? You are kidding me. That's wow.
Two bedroom, 750.
Two bedroom 750. Whoa. Wow. So are you going to sell yours?
On the fence.
Rent it out for now. I can get someone in there when you're not there. Yeah. And then, you know, I wouldn't let it go. I wouldn't. I'm telling Bridget right now, you know, she has a really nice spot. She just got her TVs hung up. Beautiful appliances, brand new appliances. Beautiful brand new appliances, like your silver ones. And she just got everything fixed up. And I'm like, don't sell that
It looks
because
very Canadian.
it looks very Canadian. Yeah, it does. It does. Very modern. You know, there's no way that she's going to be able to get something back like that. I spoke to Santa Cruz Bank because you were talking to me about that one you wanted to buy for 120,000, and he said no, you have to buy out cash with that bank, or you can put the bank as your guarantor or whatever. So it's not really in your name until it's paid off.
Right. That's what we do in Canada.
Right. Right. So, but I would suggest don't sell it. You guys, like, it's going to be impossible for you to buy what she has right now at the price that she was willing to sell it for, 65,000. And I was like, of course, I'd love to make that commission on it. Who wouldn't, right? But I also want to be honest, and I also want to encourage you to get the best bang for your buck. And that right now would just be renting it out while you're not here. And then you have a place to come to when you're here instead of paying here. Like, how long have you been here now? This trip, three
Two
weeks,
months.
2 months.
Time
That
to go to work.
right, that right there would have been like, if you want a place like yours, that would right there would have been a couple of thousand. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't really like that too much. But let me see if I have any questions here, guys, because I really want you guys to come here, feel comfortable. Don't waste time, renting something where you don't know what it's at. I had someone come in here the other day. They contacted me. I'm going to talk to you in the camera at the same time. They contacted me and they're like, Cerise, you know, um, first she contacted me a while ago before she came here. And she's like, you know, um, send me everything you got. I'm going to look over it. And I was like, well, there's no sense in me sending you everything I have because not everything I have is within your budget. Number one. Number two, by the time you get here, because she didn't know her dates, it may not be available. I told her the best thing to do is just get your plane ticket, let me know, and we'll get you into a place around your budget. So she said, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to come. And when I'm there, I'll meet up with you, and then you can let me know what you have available at that time. She arrived, nothing is within her budget. Those glasses look nice. Nothing is within her budget. And she is in tears because if she just worked with me before she came, we could have worked on something. And when something came available, bam, I would have messaged her and said, hey, this is available right now. Do you want to send your deposit to hold it? Right? Very easy peasy. Now she's spending 800 a month right now. Her budget was 400. She could have gotten something, right? I could have held something for her. Maybe not a two bedroom, definitely a studio somewhere over here by Los Charamicos. So that's another thing, guys. Los Charamicos is a great place where you can go. Even if you don't use me as the person to, be your go to person to help you out with certain areas, you still want to try Los Cerros. Write these words down, okay, that I'm about to give you because these are little pieces of gems that you could really use even if you're here right now and you're looking for cheaper rent. A lot of you guys are tired of Puerto Plata. You're living in Puerto Plata now, but you love Sosua because of the nightlife and because just the whole atmosphere. So, going from the airport, okay, there is a place called Cangrejo. That is Spanish for crab. So, even if you don't remember what the word is, just remember Spanish for crab, okay? Cangrejo. And with that, the prices are endless. You can get two bedrooms. You can get one bedrooms. A vlogger is living out there. One of the vloggers that I know is living out there. My buddy Ken lives out there. It is literally 15 minutes from here, would you say? Oh, 15 minutes. 15 minutes from Sosua. You can get a bus coming here, the local bus. Please watch my video that I did last Wednesday. I put it up, I think it was on Thursday, last Thursday. And so a week ago yesterday. And I did a whole video of me going all the way from Sosua to Puerto Plata on the bus. And I did that just so you guys can get a good view of what it's like to get on the bus, right? Because usually I take motoconcho. Do you take motoconcho to Puerto Plata or the bus?
No, I usually have the car when I'm here, but
Okay.
it depends.
Okay, because there's different ways. Bridget usually takes a car. You can take a car as well. You can rent a car, you can buy a car if you live here, or you can get a private driver. I have a private driver I can get you in touch with, or there's something called public car, and the public car is just amazing because it's very inexpensive and it's compared to like Uber Pool. So you can get back and forth to Sosua. If you decide you want to live in Cangrejo, 15 minutes from here, you just go on the main road, Route 5, and a bus comes, which is called the Guagua, local bus. I think it's like 25 pesos or 50 pesos.
This dog realizes I'm a nurse.
I love that
He's
dog.
fighting, or she's fighting
I
with
love
her.
that dog. He jumped. One day I was sitting on the couch over there. He jumped right up on the couch and sat with me. It looked at me as if to say, "Yeah, I'm going to be sitting with you. Anyway, guys, I digress. So the bus, it's like the. Do you know how much the bus is from here? Is it like 25 pesos?
No, I think it's about
50 pesos?
50.
50 pesos. So it's like a buck, just under an American dollar. And you can take the bus from Puerto Plata to here or from here to Puerto Plata. Very inexpensive. Also, you can definitely get yourself into, like I said, the public car. Public car is very convenient.
60 pesos.
60 pesos. So that's $1.20 from Puerto Plata to Sosua. 60 pesos.
Cuba.
And,
¿Dónde
you know,
vamos? Ah, es Cuba Libre. Ajá.
and
Yo no quiero todo.
she said, "Where's my rum?" I love olives, guys. I gotta tell you. Okay, so coming from the airport, even you could jump. They could jump on. A lot of people come here with just a carry-on. They don't have to wait for anything. You just grab your carry-on and get on the local bus and come here. You can go to Puerto Plata. Also, you can take the public car. You just go out to the main road where the airport is. Go out to the main road, and that's Route 5, and that will bring you straight here to Sosua. And the guagua will even take you straight to Cabarete. So if you're going to Cabarete, it takes about maybe 40 minutes to get to Cabarete from the airport, but you're
60
good.
pesos.
60 pesos. Exactly. Thank you. And 60 pesos is like a dollar 20. If you don't have change, they will give you change in the public car and the local bus. I don't know about America, but in Canada, if you don't have change, the driver is not giving you change. You have to have the exact change to get on the bus. Otherwise, you're giving them a tip. And the bus driver doesn't get that. The TTC gets it, Toronto Transit Commission, right? So, but here you get on and you don't have change. That's okay. They will give you change. So just know that. That's a very important fact for you to know as well. You don't have to run around looking for change. Same with the public car as well. So there's three forms of transportation. If you decide to live in Cangrejo, just right over here, remember that's for those of you who are just tuning in now, that's Spanish for crab. And the reason why it's Spanish for crab is because there's a beach very closely located there. It's beach, another
I
beach
did
town.
volunteer work there.
You did volunteer work there for nursing. See, and my friend that's with me right now, she's a nurse and she does a lot of work here for the for for the yeah
Poor community.
for the for the poor community, right? And and it's she go you go out and do it for free, right? You give them free health care, right? She goes out and she does it. So, but and that's awesome. So she goes into those types of communities, and that's Cangrejo. Now, keep coming past Cangrejo, along Route 5. There
Montillano.
are Montiano. Montiano is another place. Montiano, it's kind of like
Vin Diesel
Montilano.
just bought the property to build a film studio there.
Yes, in Montiano.
Yes.
Oh, is that where he bought it? Vin
Very
Diesel
nice.
just bought entire little, for those of you who know, Vin Diesel signed a deal with the president, and they pretty much signed for him to have a whole studio there where they can film, and that's in Montellano. So Montellano how is it spelled? M-O-T, I mean Montellano. Montellano. Okay, the LL sounds like a
Spent a lot
Y.
of time there. It's a good, small Dominican slash expat slash Haitian community with a
Okay.
lot of venues that are a lot cheaper than Sosua.
Okay. So Bridget was just saying she spends a lot of time there. Sweetheart, careful with the table right here. Hold on one
Oh,
second.
sorry.
That's okay. She's so Canadian. Oh, sorry. And when it shakes the whole entire screen, not the screen, but the video
I'll
itself.
move my beverage.
No, oh gosh, she's so Canadian. I love it. She's like, I'll move my beverage. Sorry. Us Canadians are polite, but we're not always kind. You know that? We get a reputation for being kind, but we're polite. Americans are just straightforward,
Yeah.
but I think most of them are very kind, you know? So, um, I don't know if that's a really good comparison. Sorry, Canadians. But so, yeah, I gotta say, like Montellano, Bridget was just saying, in Montellano, you have uh, it's an expat community. There's expats there. There's locals there. And it's very foreigner friendly. They also have access to farms. So if you want to buy and support the local farmers, you want to get your cheese, you want to get your vegetables, you want to get your meat,
Milk.
milk, absolutely everything right there, and they will deliver it to you. So that Montellano is a town where, and it also has a beach there as well, right? And you will be pampered there, like how I am in Los Charamicos. I love Los Charamicos because whatever I need is at my fingertips, right? And you're entrenched in the community, so you're going to get everything at a lesser cost. And so that's Montellano. After Montellano, you're coming more, and there's a whole bunch of little side roads and side streets and everything like that that they can check out. But you know which one I always forget the name of? The one up in the hill just before Maranata. Las Cabellos.
I don't know.
It's
I
on the
know
right hand side.
Maranata and then by Vista.
Okay. So then after that, I think it's called Los Cabellos or something like that. You know what? I'll find out and I'll put it down in the comments section or in the description later on. But that's a wonderful place that you can go to as well. Right after there, you're going to find Maranata. Maranata in that area is where a lot of people come here and live. A lot of expats as well. They like you had your birthday party up in that area. And then there's Bayabista, which is out a little bit more. Now, the average cost in those areas, and that's like 15 minutes away from Sosua, 10 minutes. The average cost for like well, I had a one bedroom there when I first came for $100 a month. All right. And so you guys can get apartments there. Most of them are unfurnished.
Our three bedrooms about 5,000 to 7,000 pesos.
A three bedroom is about 5,000 to 7,000 pesos unfurnished.
150
5,000,
US.
huh?
About 150
About
US.
150 US unfurnished. But if you want to put some furniture in there, you let me know because I know someone that can get some furniture in there. Or you can also go on one of these sites here and look at expats that are selling off their stuff, expats that are leaving. hmm It's very possible to get yourself something very, very inexpensive. I keep chewing in their ear. Clearly, I'm hungry for the olives. I like that they brought me extra olives. So, oh, by the way, I'm drinking uh,
Martini.
martini. My third martini here in the country since I've been here.
Really?
They all taste the same, sweet. Not my favorite. I'm gonna get something else afterwards. But so after that, now Maranata and Bayabista. Once you go down that street, you can also go up to Baya Britannia. There's a whole bunch of stuff going in that one street. You make a right hand turn and you just go on. You can keep going forever and ever and ever right into the countryside. If you are looking for land, if you're looking to build and have a farm there or a sustainable home, I want to move there in that direction so I can build my earth ship. Do you know what an earth ship is?
No.
Oh gosh, girl, I'll tell you about that. It's with tires and garbage, with like not garbage, but like
Oh, recyclable.
recyclable home, a
I had
sustainable.
one in Florida.
Did you have one before? I
Just had
can't.
tires and
Yeah, tires and bottles. That's what I want,
so
and live
then
off the
you're
fat of the land. Only thing is, I have to make sure. You see, it's a little bit of an oxymoron for me because I have to make sure the internet is there. I don't want to live off the grid completely.
I
I'm
have a
not ready for
terrarium
that.
in the house. So there's a huge
You had a
terrarium.
terrarium in the house? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want here. And I'm holding out for the proper land because I also want to have my own farming
I
ability.
love Bella Vista though.
Bella Vista
That's
is
the
what I
spot
love
that I
too.
want to live.
Yeah, I
If
lived
I
there
had to
for
build a little farm, that would be where I would live.
because it's so fertile. So guys,
No,
you
it's
see,
just beautiful.
it
And
is
it's
beautiful.
got like the elevation where you can see the ocean if you're
Right.
far enough up,
hmm
and the land is not that expensive.
The land is not that expensive.
My
And
family that they're like my family.
yeah.
They're a family that I've supported for 2 decades. They live up there, and
Okay.
so I know a lot of like the area just from knowing them.
So
And
Bridget's
it's
saying that the
absolutely
area
gorgeous.
is
If you can
beautiful. You
find
can like
lots of
ocean
sunbathes,
view. There's also
there's actually a lot
rivers.
of
I
expats.
love the rivers. There are a lot of expats there as well. And the rivers there are beautiful. Now the rivers are something amazing here. For those of you who don't know, if you have anybody that invites you to the river, don't be afraid to go. It is a wonderful experience, especially in Bay Vista. You know,
Madre Vieja.
Madre Vieja, that means old mother. And
That's where I go.
you can, that's where you go, huh? Okay. And it's beautiful. And in that area, Maranata, if anyone invites you there, just go because you will find something no matter what your budget is. If you are the type of person that doesn't mind just buying a like building up, like when I first lived here, I didn't have any furniture here, and I got an apartment where I just built on each piece. So at first I didn't have a bed. I had a mattress on the floor, and I didn't mind that so much back then. Now I wouldn't go back to that unless I owned the place or unless someone handed it over to me or something. But I'm pretty it's pretty amazing what you can get for your bang for your buck out there in Maranata. Okay, so far, write these words down: Cangrejo, Montellano, and Maranata. I think it's Los Castillos. I got it. Los Castillos. Castillos is not YOS, it's ILLOS at the end, okay? Castillos. Beautiful place as well. Up in that area, oof, you're going to find all kinds of houses. There's houses for rent there for you, for those of you who are coming, for those of you who have girlfriends here, wives here, families here, okay? You really want to pay attention to that area as well. I think I got some messages here. I just want to look at my messages before I go on to the next area. This is not going to be a long live to air today, guys. I'm just going to be cutting out soon because after this, Bridget and I are going to flip flop
For some tacos.
for some tacos. Yeah. So living life golden. Hi, sweetheart. 15 days. We have Maynor. Hi, sweetheart. Jody LeGrand. How you doing, sweetie? Rick Rowe. So it is better to wait to see if the prices of the houses come down. No, they're not going to go down. Rick Rowe, they are not going to go down.
Everybody wants to leave North America.
Everyone wants to leave North America. The houses are going up, the rent is going up, the land is going up,
Car rentals are
and
going
the
up.
car rentals are going up. And also, the only thing that hasn't really gone up is the local, the locals that work here and that get paid.
Yeah,
That's the only thing that hasn't gone up. Even now, the gratuity that usually goes into like the 10% or whatever isn't even going to them any longer. Yeah, I just read it the other day. So that's the only thing that hasn't gone up. So if you're looking to build something here, then it's still going to be about 20 bucks a day for each worker that does construction. But your supplies, the supplies are now leveling out to the prices that they are in Canada as well. So don't wait. Please do not wait. A lot of people thought they were going to wait, and that's what a lot of people do. They contact me and they're like, "Oh, Cerise, I'll be there in December." And they want to rent an apartment for a month, and that's high season. My gosh.
it's not going to
Since
be cheap.
it's not going to be cheap at all. It's best to get an apartment now. Hold it. Just send a deposit. And a lot of you are afraid to do that. You guys are like, I'm not sending my money to like a foreign country. You can do that with me because I'm all over the internet and I'm not trying to take your money from you. And when you arrive, your apartment will be here. What I will do for you is you send the money in my name. I get the money and I go and stand in Western Union or Caribbean Express for you. Okay. And once I get that money, I take it to the landlord and then I send you a receipt of your place. If it's not a receipt or whatever, you have detailed information on WhatsApp, that you sent me that money. And you also have your receipt that you sent me that money with my name and my address on it. Because when you send me money here, you get my name and my address as well. And everyone knows me here in Sosua
Everyone knows you
anyway.
here.
Okay, in a minute. And then after that, I go and I pay, and then you're ready. You come, you're ready. That's it. You get your address, and if you know the area already, then amazing. If you don't know the area, I can send a driver for you to the airport, and your driver will take you to the house or to the apartment. I will give them the Google pin. It's so easy and much more simplistic than doing it yourself and not knowing who you can trust. Now, if you did find a place and you don't know if you can trust them, you can contact me and I will look at it if it's in Sosua or Cabarete or Puerto Plata. Of course, you have to pay me a small fee for that because my transportation and my time, but I can definitely go and meet the landlord or the owner and see if what they're promoting on the internet is the exact same thing that you'll be getting in reality. My sister came here and she didn't want to put me through any work. She's like, "Oh, I don't want to put you through any bother." And she was able to use her money, like some points she had, at a place here in Sosua. When she arrived, she would never sleep in that place at all. It was like a hole in the wall by Palm Village, and she was like Cerise. And, I was laid up because I had vitamin B12 deficiency. I couldn't go out and get her. So I sent my friend Gustavo. So that's another thing. If I'm not able to go make it myself, I can send someone else to go and help you guys if you ever need help in that way at all. But even before you come, it's nice to know if you're going to be sending your money to that person. It's nice to know that that is a lot like a logical person, a logical minded person, someone that's not going to be neurotic, someone that's not going to be a horrible landlord. I'll go out and I'll get a good read on them for you. Okay. But aside from that, don't be in a position where you're coming here and you are looking at the last minute. A lot of you guys do that. You're like, Cerise, I'll be in touch when I get there. When you get here, I'm always busy. So that means, I might not be available to you. Second of all, you may not know the different areas to go into. And so you may get stuck in a hotel paying like 800 bucks a week or less, um, trying to, just have a good time. Hmm. Let me read your rest of your comments. So yeah, guys, don't wait. This is a time when you don't want to procrastinate. Procrastination is really the devil's playground when you come here. Sosua is small. A lot of people are coming here. And high season has been the whole entire year because of the world the way it was. People were just coming in and out all the time. Now that high season has been the whole entire year, that has given the real estate agents and a lot of the owners the realization that, hey, can up the prices all year round now. And yes, I have to say, I've been seeing them go up left and right. Edano in La Casa. Hola, Edano. How are you? Happy Friday. Back to you, honey. Where are where are vlogging from today? I am vlogging from Pirates Bay, overlooking Playa Sosua. Do you remember where I met you on Playa Sosua, Edano? Right over by Zanzibar. So I can see Zanzibar kind of. There's trees all in the distance there, but I can pretty much see Zanzibar from where I'm at, and I'm elevated right now. I'm just going to turn the camera around just so you guys can get a good view. There we go. Wonderful. And it is an Italian restaurant. Yesterday I ordered for delivery. I was at home. I worked from home yesterday, and I ordered a crab salad. Oh my gosh, I love the crab salad here. It's so healthy. And I ordered a calzone, and it was really good prices, very fresh food, authentically Italiano. You guys will not be disappointed. They have karaoke here on Saturdays with my buddy Elias. So check it out, and I can hook you guys up with a nice VIP table. But yeah, so it's not easy coming here these days if you are on a budget and you're looking for something last minute, especially last minute. People, they can taste that blood in the water and they'll be like, "Oh, sorry, you can't get a deal," especially if they know their place is hot and they're places in a good area like Pedro Clasante, you're not going to be paying cheap prices. Not at all. But, you know, when you leave, are you going to rent your place out?
No.
You're not. You can't commit to it. Oh, I know. It's your private place, and it's not like you need that extra money,
I
right?
have a boyfriend and he's
He
in
goes there.
thing
Okay.
is I know where everything is.
Right. And you have a
I'm
lot of
not ready
private
yet.
stuff
When
there.
I find my house that I want to buy, which I have found,
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't gotten on the fact that I need to
Yeah, you
do a
have to be ready.
mortgage and whatever.
You have to
Then
be
it would
ready,
be
but
a
she has a
perfect
wonderful place.
Airbnb two bedroom because it's perfect. It looks
It
very
would be
Canadian.
perfect. It
And
would
in
be.
November, when I come back, I will be starting up my home care business
Okay.
for
Well,
vets and
okay.
animals.
All right. So we're going to talk about that in a second. So yeah, I cut off at Maranata, but there's a few other places that I want to tell you guys about. But just to um, kind of backtrack a little bit, because those of you who are just signing in and you got to sign back out, here's some gem of information I want you to know. Cangrejo, Montellano, Los Castillos, Maranata, Bellavista. Write those down. They're important. They're low cost rental places, especially if you're looking for something unfurnished, especially if you already live here, especially if you have a girlfriend that lives here and she needs to move and you want to be closer to Sosua. That's a very common story that I get from a lot of my viewers, guys that go to America, Italy, Canada, wherever, all over. You guys have girlfriends here, and then you message me and you're like, hey, Cerise, my girlfriend's Dominican or Haitian for that matter, and she's looking for a place, and this is the budget. And you guys want like a 3 bedroom because the woman has children or whatever. And those are like family places. And then you guys are like, but she has her own furniture already. Well, here in Sosua, most places, for those of you who don't know, are already furnished. And that's the bonus because you don't have to buy your own furniture and stuff of that nature. They're furnished, you're in there, you don't have to sign leases most of the time. And you leave with just the clothes on your back and your suitcase that you came with, and you don't have to worry about much, right? Pretty cool. But in the areas that I'm telling you about, some of them are furnished, definitely, and you can actually say to the owners that you want furniture included, and they will get furniture. Now, the furniture is not always going to be all that. So it may be old wicker furniture or something that you're not that you might want something more attractive. And then if you're going to be here full term, you just take one of your Dominican friends with you, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, and you just go to one of these stores. Bizano. If you need someone, let me know because in Cabarete, I have a friend named Giofre. He's the manager of Bizano. And if you're going to buy furniture there, he will give you a good deal. Tell him I sent you. Even if you don't contact me and you're just going to go off this information, then contact them. Bizano, Bisono. Bizano, I think it's called in Cabarete. Okay, furniture store, scooters, everything. Tell him I sent you though. I don't get any commission from it, but he will give you a good deal from it if you tell him my name because I don't take commission and he can lower the price because again, I don't take commission. So tell him that I sent you and tell him about this video and tell him I said that he's going to give you a good deal because I know he will. He's done it already so many times for even myself when I bought a motorcycle there last year. So you can buy furniture. And on top of that, you don't need to buy the furniture straight out. You can buy it and finance it as long as you have your passport.
Passport.
And you have someone that can sign for you. When I got my motorcycle, I paid it off in 3 months. Elsa, my friend, she had a restaurant in Los Charamicos, and I brought her with me out to Cabarete. She showed her identification, her cedula, and my identification, and I got the motorcycle that same day. No problem. They're very convenient. You don't have to wait the same way you have to. I can only speak for Canada, but there's all this paperwork. They tell you come back the next day, blah, 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 blah. No, you got your money, you got your passport, you got your down payment, you're good to go. Okay, you do have to give a down payment. The down payment is usually the first payment only. And so you guys are good with that if you need furniture. All right. So again, I'm going to go through those areas. You know, I like to go over everything more than once for people that are tuning in now and then tuning back out. And then I'm going to go to the next areas right up until we get to Cabarete. Okay. So then we got Cangrejo, Montellano, Los Castillos, Maranata, Bellavista. Then right after that, we have Sosua Abajo. I was just about to get there. Sosua Abajo. Abajo means bottom. Okay, so Sosua Abajo means the bottom of Sosua. But the reason why they call it that as well is because it's by the water, and there are a lot of places where it gets flooded easily during the rain. So keep that in mind. Sosua Abajo, rain. Think of that. After Sosua Abajo, you're going to hit La Union. La Union just means the union in English. La Union is another place where you can really get a lot of good deals. Okay. I hope you guys are writing these down. Make sure you keep this in mind. And, you know, you can Google map this stuff, Google Earth map, whatever you guys do. Google it. I can actually see Los Castillos right now as I'm looking. Can you see Los Castillos? I'm going to try to turn the camera around and see if I can show you guys without shaking the feed. Hold on one second. I'm going to zoom in on Los Castillos. Hold on. Okay. I don't know how good this is going to do. Hold on. So right across the water right there is where I live. But if you look up there, guys, right up there, the top of the screen, top left, you see the top hill? That top hill is Los Castillos. It may look a little far, but it's really not. If you look right here at these white buildings on the left-hand side of the screen, above the water, that's right. That's Los Charamicos where I live. I can walk over the beach right here in like 10 minutes and get to those buildings right there. So it may look farther to you than what it is. Okay, you may be like, oh, that's too far from Sosua. No, you can't walk there, but you can definitely get on the public bus for a couple of pesos and find your way there very, very easily. And it'll be awesome for you as well because it will help you, especially if you're living here. It will help you save money and it will help you understand the language, especially if you speak Spanish. It will be so beneficial to you. After La Union, you're going to get to Los Charamicos, where I'm at. After Los Charamicos, you're going to get to Los Cerros, right there. Hold on, let me turn the screen again. Okay, so right there, that that's Los Charamicos, right? But right there in those hills, right there, that's Los Cerros. Okay, so those places are very inexpensive. You don't need a gated community to live here in the north coast of the Dominican Republic. It is very foreigner friendly and it is very economical if you look for a place. Now, you guys can Google map it. It's going to be very difficult to find a place there. You do have to beat the concrete because they don't advertise online. These are little gems that I'm giving you that are untouched by the expats. Not well, the expats go there, but not every expat goes there. Most expats come here for the gated communities. But now that the gated communities are getting so expensive, you guys are all like, yo, Cerise, hook me up. Like, you know, and that's the only thing I can suggest is for you to do what I do and go to the areas where you're going to be able to get a little bit more cheaper and
Can I order
expensive
another
rent.
drink?
Yeah, I'm going to be 10 more minutes. She's sweet. Should I order another drink? Canadians, in other words, Cerise, you're taking a lot longer than what you said. Americans would be like, are you going to be much longer? I love the difference, but everyone's the same. I love everyone. Okay, so yeah, you get right there to Los Cerros. After Los Cerros, you're going to come along here and you're going to be in El Bate. That is the center of Sosua. Now, just to let you know, those other areas that I told you about, Los Castillos, Maranata, Bellavista, and Sosua Abajo and Los Charamicos and Los Ciros. All of those are in Sosua as well. So if you say to me, Cerise, I want somewhere in Sosua, I know you don't know about all those places. Most of you, not all of you, but most of you don't know about those places. So I will always suggest a place right here in El Bate where you can try these days to get the bang for your buck, but it's very difficult. Now, Bate is where you're going to find a lot of more expats. Expat is a person who is living here from their country where they came from, foreigners. Now, after Bate, you can go a little bit more and you can get to Playa Chiquita, Sosua. There's also Playa Laguna. Now, if you look at my videos, I have a place that I did video on called Playa Laguna. I did a whole roundabout there. So check that out. I also went to La Mulata. La Mulata is up in the hills a little bit. So check that place out because I did a place, that area as well. La, L-A, Mulata, Mulata. Um, Beautiful areas for homes and everything. And then, of course, Casalinda is very closely located to those places. And then you can keep going. And then we're getting more into the gated communities. But there's Perla Marina, okay, Seahorse Ranch. And then after that, there's another one called, oh, I forget the name of it right now. I'll remember it later and put it down in the description when I do remember it. But and then there's another place that is a local area just before Cabarete Center, and it's called La Cienega. La Cienega is also very much like Los Charamicos. Very, very inexpensive. Not as inexpensive as Cangrejo or La Union or Maranata, but you can still get a place there if you're looking for unfurnished, okay? And if you prefer Cabarete. Now, after that, you're going to get, after La Cienega, you're going to get more into the center of Cabarete. And you can go down a street there, and it's called Calle Hon de la Loma. It just means John Street. Calle is spelled Calle. And Calle, Hon, Jon, de, de, la, la, loma, Loma. Calle Hon de la Loma. And down there is a whole other thing going on down there too, where you're going to find a lot of locals. And it is pretty busy there. Restaurants, a lot of expats as well. I would say there's a lot more expats in Calle Hon de la Loma than Los Charamicos.
American.
American, yep, American. So let me think now. After Cabarete, after there, you're going to find a lot of beachfront properties and a lot of gated communities and a lot of gated buildings along the beach. And then you're going to get to ProCab, PROCAB. I think that means Project Cabarete. I'm not sure that, but that's what I use it as. And you can check that out on Google Maps as well. After that, that's when you're just going to be in La La Land if you are a person that loves to go and explore, because then you have Sabaneta, Islabon, Gaspar Hernandez, Veragua, and oh my gosh, you just got city after city. I mean, town after town after town where you can go and explore.
Veragua is where my grocery store is.
Veragua is where your grocery store is. I love Veragua.
Marinero.
Maranero. I would.
Dominican owned.
Is it? I would move to Veragua. Gaspar Hernandez, I was going to move to before. I'm going to look at some of your questions here, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time joining my channel. I love olives, obviously, but I upload random videos about where I'm at and what I'm doing. And also, I'm not a real estate agent. I want to make that clear. I work with some real estate agents, but most real estate agents have a handle on a lot of the expensive stuff here because they have to. That's how they make their commission. But I work with agents, and I also work with local Dominicans that don't even put their places online. They don't even have the internet, some of them. And it's not because you can't get internet in their place. The internet's just not important to them. But if you're going to be here long term, you can go to the Claro or De Lancer and get the internet yourself if the person doesn't have it. But most times here, I do want to say this as well. Most times here, you get your cable, your flat screen TV. If it's a furnished apartment, you get your cable, your flat screen TV, and also your internet included within the rent. Okay? So you just usually have to pay your own electricity. Now let's see some of these questions here. Will. Hello, Cerise. This is Will. I met you at Flip Flop. Still going to need your help in January when I move there. Awesome, Will. How you doing, sweetheart? It was so nice to meet you. You just give me a shout. Guys, my number is 829-702-7726. Contact me on WhatsApp. Don't call me because I get busy and I don't have a personal assistant. I love to answer you guys myself when I can. It usually takes me about 24 to 48 hours. Lately, it's been 72 hours just because, again, it's been so busy here. But I do want to say, give me a shout and I can help set you guys up. Leave me a voice note or a text. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, sweetheart? A Wilda in La Casa. I want to move back. I need a 2-bedroom. A Wilda, you coming back, baby? Let me know. I got you. Jay Smith, wow, I just bought my land plot. Finally, the prices are going up, so my land will increase in price. That's great news. Your land is going to increase big time. Let me see. Diamond Honey, beautiful. Horace, hola. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm going to chill out a little bit now with Bridget and we're going to chit chat about life. And after this, we're going to head over and we're going to go over to Flip Flop and have some tacos. After that, we're going to go to Cheers. It's a ladies' night. Ladies' night. And we're feeling right. Yeah.
Let's just throw in a little bit about medical.
Oh,
Everybody needs medical.
okay. So I'm going to throw in a little bit right now, but this video is about real estate.
Okay.
But it's a great idea what you just said because there's a lot of veterans coming here and a lot of people that want to know about healthcare when they do get here. So you are right. Now, I just want to say with medical, first of all, Bridget said to me the other day, we were sitting at Cheers Bar, and she comes over and she's like, Cerise, I have an idea. I'd love to work with you on this idea. And then you started to tell me about helping people medically, right? Going to their homes, people who may be sick and shut in because you're a nurse from Canada.
Well, because people here that come with issues, they might need a actual health check once a week. Or
Right.
maybe they need direction for their medication refills, or maybe they need a quick assessment head to toe.
Right. I'm going to turn
Maybe
the
there's
camera
a
over.
need for something that is chronic that will actually qualify you to possibly go to Portugal, which is my favorite hospital here, to access further. And in regard to that, possibly you might need a further intervention. But Cerise and I,
Just put this to your mouth right here.
okay, Cerise and I have a plan where we're going to actually help the expat community here because guess what? I'm really tired of working my tail off in Canada as a nurse. I'm an outpost nurse. I worked for Health Canada in my early career and now I do contracts. But given the situation in our country at the moment, it's very, very difficult for nursing in general. So, with that said, I am organizing something for November, which I hope to, have a website created by then for. And then when you access Cerise, you can also access me. And in terms of my credentialing, I've been a nurse for over 20 years and I've done mostly remote work in a primary care practitioner role where I work in the high Arctic or northern Manitoba, northern communities mostly without doctors every day. We might have them for 4 days a month and they sign off on my potential surgery requests and things like that. But with that said, I have a lot of experience where I can do outposting here and I don't need a lot of extra help due to the fact that that was my bread and butter for most of my career. So, with that said, I'm honing in on my experience and Cerise's experience to say, hey, when you come here, you might be like a little bit upset with the fact that there isn't something ingrained in our community of Sosua, Cabarete, further down either way, where expats can localize and access easily. But through us, you might be able to because we're trying to create that and promote that here in our community, which no one has done thus far. And I deal with a lot of neighbors in my community that are older, and they call me 911 Bridget. Unfortunately, that's a bad name to have here. But after hours in my complex of Caribe Campo, we have 3 buildings there, and everybody seems to outsource me instead of calling 911, which is unfortunate for me because I don't sleep. But we help, and my goal is to help, and that's what I'm trained to do, so I do help. But with that said, we're trying to organize some kind of rhythm where we can have a clinic of some sort or an outreach center or all of the above with a pharmacy as well, or pharmacy access, because a lot of people come here and they do need follow-ups, they need advice, and they don't speak the language. And actually, I've been here long enough that I know what's better from worse just through experience. But with that said, I also want to maintain some kind of livelihood here, but in the helping realm where for 2 decades I've only done it for free, but it doesn't really guarantee me to pay my little bills as well. So we're trying to look at some avenue where we can start a business to support repeat people that come here that want to live here, or if they're 24/7 here and they don't understand the language, they need a little help. We'll have a support service and a home care service, because that's the big need at the moment. I get a lot of people here that come here and for whatever reason, they need support every day. So as a medical professional from my country, I have like a vision where we can provide that with the services here at a mediocre cost, because I mean, when you live here and you're living on a standard of living here, you understand that it's not all. I don't want to be rude about Punta Cana, but it's very expensive there. But we have that way of.
We'll talk about this on another video.
Okay.
This one is about real estate.
Okay, let's go back to real estate, which is not my bag.
All right. That's okay. So I just want to keep the videos. I just want to keep the videos straight. The reason why is because people tune in for one thing, and I don't want them to listen. I don't want them to miss out on important information that they can tune into at another time. So, guys, this is the thing. I'm going to do a video with Bridget, and we're going to go right into everything. Healthcare. I've already done a video on healthcare before in regards to where you can pay for healthcare, because you should have healthcare while you're here. But if you want someone to go to your apartment, you're not feeling well, you need you feel like you just need someone to check your temperature, or you're a veteran and you feel like you want someone just to make sure you have the check-in, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. You guys contact me and I will help you get in touch with Bridget. We're going to have a little business going on, and it's not going to be like expensive. It will be pay as you go. You don't have to do a monthly fee unless, of course, you want to, if you're a veteran and you're going to want something every week. But it's not going to be just for people that are here living either. You might come here and not have a doctor, and you're only here for 7 days, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't feel well, I have a fever, because you don't know if you drank the water or if you just have a stomach flu or whatever. We will provide that information for you in another video, because it is important. It is. But I want to make sure that I don't give too much of that information out in this video, because I want to make sure that we keep those 2 videos separate, so you know exactly what's going on with the real estate here. You know that it's going up. don't wait, please. If you're coming in March, if you're coming in January, don't wait. But we're going to do, definitely, we're going to do a video on healthcare because you're a nurse
Health
from
promotion is
Canada.
valuable.
Yeah, and you're a nurse from Canada and you are on contract. You have been doing this. How long have you been a nurse for? Like 25 years? 25 years. So, and it is time that you retire now, but still do what you love. You know, you do it here for free. 911 Bridget, by the way. Gee, girl. I didn't know that's what it was. Why is that a bad name to have, by the way?
Because they come to my window at 3 in the morning.
They go to your window at 3 in the morning? Oh, you see? Did you ever hear of Dr. Bob?
I worked with Dr. Bob
You
20.
worked with
When I
him.
first came here, we had a Haitian clinic out of his office, and we worked by candlelight 20 some odd years ago. And we ran a primary care clinic, and I brought my nurse practitioner guidelines from Nunavut, Northwest Territories, which we
Right.
still use because
Nunavut.
HIV was a big issue
Okay.
then.
So,
That
Bridget
takes
used
us
to
back,
work with, that does take us back. Bridget used to work with Dr. Bob.
and he's a
Now, I have to
legend.
tell you, he is a legend. He saved Noche's life,
Yeah,
my dog.
everybody's
He
life.
saved a lot of people's lives here. But you guys know I love my dog, Noche. And remember when Noche was dying because she got that puppy disease? Oh, one of my puppies died. And then the other dog just started to vomit. Noche started to vomit and everything. And I rushed Noche over to Dr. Bob and I was crying. And he's like, okay, relax. Anyway, that's for another story. But Bridget used to work with them. So those of you who know who Dr. Bob is, you know that if he had her working alongside him, then she's a cool person because he's a no nonsense type of person. And he is also a very kind and loving man. Was. May he rest in peace.
We worked as missionaries, basically. We
You
had a
you were his
missionary role here.
missionaries.
Well, because we went into areas
You went
that,
into areas to help people that really needed health care. And so this is what Bridget's still doing, but we're going to amp that up a little bit for you guys coming here from Canada. Careful, babes. Coming from Canada, from America, from Italy, from Germany, from Jamaica, India. Oh, I had a couple of people contact me from India.
really,
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, Cerise, I don't want to be in India any longer. I'm coming to Sosua. And there's a lot of you guys out there that are coming here to retire. And those are the people that really need to have a good healthcare system going on here. You need to feel secure. That's one of the things that some of you guys are taking medication. And when you guys contact me for your consultations, because I offer consultations half an hour and an hour, just to kind of give you an idea on how what goes on here and in regards to banking, in regards to dentists, doctors, housing, different areas that might suit you better and stuff of that nature. And you guys really regularly ask me, what about medication? They take medication here and they say, what if their medication runs out? They're not able to get it from their country. What is the equivalent here? And there's usually a generic equivalent here. If
there
they
is.
just, yeah, if
But
they
you
just
can
let the
also
doctor
have a
know.
FedEx.
A FedEx.
Yeah, you can get a FedEx from your own country if you do the proper
This is good
prescription.
information. See, FedEx from your own country. If you do the proper prescription, FedEx will deliver it here because there's FedEx here. And let's say something happens, you lose your medication, or your medication gets wet, or you drop it in the ocean. You're swimming.
Then you
We
can go to
only
the
know
24-hour pharmacy where
there's a
someone can come up to
24-hour
the door,
pharmacy.
like
Right,
me, and then we'll
right,
transcribe.
right. And they don't need a prescription for most of the drugs here, most of the medication. They get
Narcotics, they need a
narcotics,
prescription.
yeah, but
Yeah. The other ones,
the other, no, you don't. You just go and you say, you know what, to the pharmacist behind the counter, and you just say, hey, this is the medication that I usually take. Can I get it? I mean, there's a lot that you can get without a prescription here. So if you do lose your prescription, your anything like that, give me a shout and we will help you out. Give me a shout and we will help you out.
we're missing happy hour at Flip Flop.
This girl in her happy hour at Flip Flop. What is the happy hour price today at Flip Flops? Gregory, when I come, I want a free. Let me see what it is. I'm joking. You get free
Friday.
happy hours. You get
Yeah,
buy one get one free. But what is it? 60 pesos for
a
what?
dollar
A dollar for what?
for
A rum and coke.
No, about 5 different things.
For 5 different things, guys. So we're gonna go over there right now. It's Friday night, party hottie, feeling right. Yes. I wasn't even planning on partying today. Bridget messages me on WhatsApp. She's like, "Are you going to Cheers tonight?" I'm like, "I don't know, but we'll play it by ear." So now look at that. I'm here. She come to meet me. Now we're gonna go to Flip Flops, and then after that, we're gonna go up to Cheers. Does Cheers have live entertainment tonight? They
I
do.
think there is.
All right. So even if they don't, there's always a good crowd and there's always good people here in Sosua.
And it's safer here. It's
Yeah,
safer
it's
here.
beautiful.
It's safer here and it's safer in Cabarete. Along this coast, it's safer than
Right.
a lot of other places that are
Really.
bigger.
Well, I have to tell you, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will have Bridget on again for those of you who are retiring here. And A. Donald says, only for veterans? No, no, absolutely not. Hey, if you have a hangover and you're like 25 years old and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm going to die. One time I went on vacation with someone
We
that
have
was younger.
medication for that.
Right? You have
A little
medication for a
IV
hangover, a little IV. She can put you on IV.
and some meds.
It's some meds.
And
You
you'll be
know,
good to
so
go.
doesn't matter what age you are. You don't have to be retired. You don't have to be a veteran. If you know, even if you have a headache or if you just feel strange, a little different, and you don't have the access to your medical resources that you would in your own country, it's always nice to know that you can just say, hey. You know, so that's why I'm glad because I wasn't really touching the health resources before that. I was just telling them all to get health insurance here. But now, a lot of people they're here for a week. You know, they're here for 2 weeks. They're here for a month. They don't want to get that health insurance just for that short amount of time, and they're like, okay, if anything happens, I
Well,
just
it's
want to know
still
that
not a bad idea, but if you need a quick fix,
a quick
there's an
fix.
easier way to do it. That might not
Excuse
take
me.
you a whole
Woo.
day. It might take you an
Woosah.
hour.
Right. A true word. There we
Time.
go. That's right.
Time.
So, yes, exactly. Then we have another question here from Ethio Bill. I know I butchered that. I feel Bill. At J Smith, where did you purchase your plot? I'm trying to buy my land next year. You should really purchase your land. If you're looking to purchase land, of course, Jay Smith will be able to tell you where he purchased his or hers, but I would suggest that you should try to keep your budget in mind and you can definitely get yourself a place without being lowballed and you can get a place out in some of those areas that I mentioned today. Cangrejo,
Sabaneta.
yeah, I'm going to get to that too right now. Cangrejo. After that, you
Montana.
can get to Montiano. After that, Las Castillos. After that, Maranata, Bella Vista, Bella Vista, Bella Vista. That's
That's my
very,
favorite.
very, very inexpensive there. And these places are just 15, 20 minutes away from Sosua. And these places are building up as well, a mile a minute. I will not be saying this next year. Next year, I will be telling you to go out even past Bella Vista because people are buying like nobody's business. So now a little bit further, La Union is a little expensive. Coming in here into Sosua, it's very expensive. And then going back out of Sosua, going towards Cabarete, very expensive, expensive, expensive. I do have a few places there in Cabarete that are available for land, but you're looking at about $70 per meter, 100 square meter, I mean per square meter. And then after that, you're going to be in Sabaneta and Veragua and Gaspar Hernandez. You want to buy in those areas
I
if you're
like
looking for.
Gaspar
I
Hernandez.
love Gaspar Hernandez. I
I could
really
live
do.
there near the water.
I could live there near the water too. And a lot of these places do have beaches that I've been naming to you, except for except for Maranata and Bella Vista. However, they do have rivers that are so beautiful. Okay, guys? So look out for another video with Bridget and I. We're going to wrap it up. Hi, how are ya? That's a Canadian hello. Hi, how are you? Innovate. Innovate? Where did you work before? Up in
Nunavut. Nunavut.
Nunavut. Nunavut is where she worked all the way up. Where back in the day, now back in the day, we used to call them Eskimos. Do you remember? And then they were like, oh no, that's just not too
Inuit,
correctly. Now it's called Inuit.
First Nation.
First Nations. I have a little bit of First Nations in me, but from Nova Scotia. Mi'kmaq.
Okay.
Yeah. So, guys, I love you. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, Jay Smith, you contacted me on WhatsApp. You bought your land. You're looking to build. I have so much information for you. I'm pretty sure that's you. You need your plans um, before you can actually build. There's a lot of rules around that, but I have builders on it, and I have 3 builders on it ready when you're ready. I sent them your plans. If you're still the same person, if you're that person, I sent them the plans that you sent to me on WhatsApp. You want to build a house, right? Beautiful. Some of you guys want to build 3 apartments in a building. Some of you guys want to build 6. I have someone right now, a guy named Mark, and he's out in Cabarete, and he built, I think, 8 apartments. Beautiful. Those are going to be for rent, by the way. Beautiful apartments, condos, brand newly built. So there's a lot of options still, but don't wait. Procrastination is the devil's playground right now. I got to tell you. Some of you guys don't need to wait, but you're just waiting for a sign. I saw the sign. There's not going to be a sign. The sign right now is me telling you, don't wait. Get on it, double track. Get down here and figure things out. Again, you don't have to contact me to do it. If you already know Puerto Plata, Cabarete, Sosua, wherever, just come down here and figure out where you're going to go. A lot of the times, people, I used to tell them, come on down here and just tour around and just look for where you see for sale signs. You can't do that any longer. You need to know someone who knows someone. I know a few people. I know I'm not trying to toot my own horn or exalt myself here, but I do know a lot of people in those areas because I live there. And, I spend a lot of my time with Dominicans, and they will definitely give you the insight on what you need to do, where you need to go. All right? I love you. Let me see here. Am I missing any messages? I don't think so. I'm good.
Say
Come
bye.
say goodbye. Yeah, she said, are we saying goodbye? uh, the Canadian way.
Very
But
happy to meet you. There's a lot going on here. It's beautiful here. It's warm. The economy is lower than North America, and you'll have tons of fun if you hang out with us.
I think you will too. Hope you guys heard that. I was trying to turn a little bit so you guys could get Bridget on the microphone, but I love you, you guys. My number is 829-702-7726. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know that you're enjoying this video because I'm going to put up a lot more. And also, do me a favor, share this video with anyone that you think is thinking about coming down here. And also, subscribe. I love you. God bless. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses. I'm going out now to have some fun, and I'll make sure I let you guys know exactly when I'm. I love my crazy Canadians. I love it. We are Canadians are a different breed. I love being Canadian. Like, you remind me so much. There is such a difference of like people here, cultures here. It's just so fun. All right, guys, say goodbye to Bridget. We're gonna come back. That goodbye, I love it. We're gonna come back to you with a video on healthcare because it's very important. All right. Let me see. Okay, guys. Bye.
God
Mwah.
bless.
God bless. Give me a shout, 829-702-7726. Don't call, just leave a voice note or text because you might not get a hold of me. And I want to make sure I'm there to answer your messages. And also email me, Cerise Fairfax, the same spelling as the YouTube channel, at gmail.com. And if you like horoscopes and all that other stuff, check out my other channel. I'm plugging it. It's Sister Cerise. Okay, guys, take care. Blesses.